Roll call vote for both of them.
Councilmember Director Peters,
Here.
Councilmember Director Alvarez,
Here.
Councilmember Director Cabrera,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Vice Chairmember Chidas,
Here.
Mayor Chairmember Schultz.
Here.
You have a quorum.
We have some proclamations and presentations of the Eagles soccer team, Hawaiian Gardens. Okay, Marta Rico, President. Would you like to take over?
Oh, that's a Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Do you want us down there?
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Yeah.
Good evening, council. First of all, what I want to give to present to you guys, these are just three of the teams that just frequently we finish our season. We're halfway through our season and we did. Like I was saying, council, I just want to be able to present. These are three of the teams that are currently playing for representing the city of Hawaiian Gardens, and we just finished. We're halfway through our season. They just started playing in high school. The ones that are, freshmen, 14, 15-year-olds, all the way to 17 and 18. But the rest of them are still playing. They play on a Saturday league. We want to briefly kind of go over the history behind us. This is like our 10th year, and we've been going strong since then. Some of the kids that we started with, obviously they're in their 20s, and they've come down and helped some of these kids put in some of the time to coach. And as you could tell at the beginning, some of the teams used to laugh at us in the league where we used to play, and we've done a couple of presentations here at the council meetings. We've gotten a couple of first place trophies that are, we don't have a display case big enough in order so we could put all those trophies. But they laughed at us back then. We got respect. We joined a different league, a much harder league, and they were doing the same thing, and they still do the same thing. But I think that this year we proved to them that, the team that I coach, the under 17 and the under 11, which are both present, they show that it's not just about money, but it's in their heart. And we placed in first place, and we beat a lot of those teams that are, they get sponsored. We don't have a sponsor that we can say they're giving $500 or $1,000 per kid, and that's the competition that we're playing against. They're giving all the way to like $1,000 per kid. And we've been working hard. The city's been helping out a lot, and with that, the city's been helping out with everything. Irving, the council's been letting us use the fields. Everybody on the city's behalf, and I'm pretty sure the parents know that. We've been trying to do a program that's, decent, and at the same time, we're making progress. We're raising money, and we're not just dependent on one source. With that. Some of the achievements, like I said, that we've gotten already. We've gotten a couple of first place trophies. Today, I'll be able to present the smallest team, well, one of the smallest teams, because we still have one more that's under 10, and we're still making another one that's like under 8, under 7-year-olds. And I want to be able to show that it's not just the soccer that we do. A lot of people think that, you guys just play soccer, that's all you do. And no, a lot of people assume things, just like they assume that only Hispanics, Mexicans, and Latinos play soccer, and the ones that we're competing against, the majority of them, I say like 80% are they're Anglo, they're white, and that's another misconception that everybody gets, and I wish I could show everybody that, and these guys can play, so I wish that whenever you guys have a chance to see us playing on the field, you guys seen our uniforms. You guys could support what we're doing. I know that we seen the Pop Warner, and they seen what we do, and we acknowledge the Pop Warner, and the same thing with the Little League. and they know what kind of competition they're dealing with and the competition that we're dealing with. But on that, I want to make sure that we don't just do soccer. We want to make sure their grades are up. We want to make sure that, you know, they're not having problems at home and stuff like that, and we deal with the parents one-on-one, especially the coaches. That's what we do. It's not just, oh, yeah, we'll take them out and we play and that's it. It's more than just the playing part. On the other thing, you know, as you know, the city's getting back their programs. Staff's going back. So hopefully we can start growing more, because right now we have 7 teams, 8 teams, and what we lack is the girls' teams. We have 1 girls' team right now, and I think they did real good. They placed second place, and I think we have to keep that program going with the girls, because these girls are getting older, and we need all the younger ones to start joining in. Let me first present the girls' team. So if the coach would come up here, on Alfonso Scorcia. Yeah, I'll turn it over to him so that way he could call each one that's here, or if all of you guys want to come up here. All the girls team, come up here. I know some of them, it's hard to get them all here because I'm pretty sure that all of them have to work. And like I said, these girls play second place, and I'll turn it over to the coach. Maybe he could kind of explain with all the problems that he goes through. And
thank you, everybody. I just want to say one thing. You know, it's been very hard for me to keep up with these girls. You can see they're older, you know, very pretty. They're in that age that they want to have fun. And for me to get them to practices was very hard. But a lot of them did a commitment to be in the team, and they showed out to practice. At the last few games, you know, some they didn't. A lot of them started to work. But I'm really happy to what they've done this year. They ended up in second place. You know, I think they came up a long way since the beginning when they started playing. And all of them are like my daughters, you know. I have one playing, and I had to keep track of everybody else, make sure they don't get in trouble. That's one thing, like Jay said, that's what we're trying to do with all the kids. You know, try to keep them busy and hopefully stay away from gangs and getting in trouble. That's the main thing I think we're doing this program for. Should I introduce them? Starting on this side, my daughter Jessica Scorcia. She's a real good player, just like the rest of them, when she wants to. Next is Joanna Reyes. She kills me on my feet, you know, always arguing with me, but she's real good. Belen Gonzalez, she's also a real good player. Ileana, I always say her last name is Arechiga, I don't know. But then Inez Gonzalez, Janet Alvarez, Rosie Gonzalez, Maria Zuniga, and Claudia Perez. You know, thank you girls, you've done a wonderful job. Now
I'll present the the boys under 11 team. So if I could get the coach to come up here. One of the coaches couldn't make it for this team, but he used to work with us at the city, but he has to be working right now. But I'm gonna turn it over to the other coach. So hopefully he'll come up here and name them all. Where is he? Where'd he go? Come on, Juan. Juan. Well, I know I didn't name the coach. His name is Rudy Magallon. He's the other coach that this is a team that he's been having since they were real small. So I'll turn it over to his helper, Juan. I guess he doesn't want to speak. From what I've seen from these kids, before they used to do, like I said, they've always laughed at them. And when they were smaller in the league that we were playing, it wasn't as tough. That's what we used to say. It wasn't as tough. So we started making this team. This is the youngest team that we've had that's actually built from the beginning all together. And last year they did good, but I really thought that our team was going to do better this year. And Rudy thought, and everybody thinks, because they were playing on the same age group last year, and they were a lot younger. So everybody would beat us, and they would laugh. But as soon as we told all the teams that, when they seen these guys playing, hey, what age group are you guys going next year? Oh, we're going to go under 12. And I told them, well, we're staying right here. We ain't going nowhere. We're staying right here. It's the same age group. And they said, well, what do you mean? I goes, yeah, all these kids are a lot younger. So the majority of these kids, or if not all of them, stayed on the same age group. And that's a big difference. We don't select our players. We're trying to make players out of all these kids. And Rudy's been working hard with them. Juan's been working hard with them. And I think all the parents, their support, especially with all the young teams like these guys, they showed up to all their games. I mean, I've seen them. They had this little piggy bank made like an eagle. Each time they score, they had to put in either $1. And as soon as I seen that these guys were scoring too many goals, and they start just doing a quarter because there was too many dollars they were putting in there. But all that money that they were saving was, to get their uniforms, to get more equipment, get more soccer balls. And I think that, with the parent support, they've done and they've accomplished everything they've accomplished. Maybe I'll turn it over to Juan so that way he can name every single one. So he'll get them exactly by their name and their last name. A cada uno nomás por su nombre.
Andrés Manso,
Stand up so that way you know.
Mauricio Díaz, Néstor Gutiérrez, Alberto Navarro, Adán Mares, Guillermo Roa, Popli Romero, José Barrera, Ulises Román, Enrique Roa, Juan Razo, Alfonso Escorcia, Cristian Delgado, Demis Álvarez.
Well, they're lining up. These guys did two things. The first thing,
Number 17.
The other one that sat down.
Jonathan Alas. Okay, that was the last one we didn't mention. Okay, like I said, these kids did two things. Something that even all the teams that I've coached through all the years, we haven't accomplished. These guys did it. They were playing in two different leagues at the same time. During the week they were playing, and Irving got a chance to see at least their final. It was on a Thursday. I showed up and I seen they were playing on their penalty kicks, It was a real exciting game, but they were champions in that league, and then they were playing in the same league where we're playing, and they were champions in our league too. So I think that's like a double accomplishment. They won. Not only did they win one league, but they won both leagues, and they came out with the best record in there. So I think that these guys owe more of an applause than all the other teams. Okay. Yeah, I know. And now for the last team, this is my team, so all the guys come up here. It's okay. I don't think you're going to let the council be able to see. You know, like I said, this is a team that I coach. At the beginning, well, half of these guys should be playing under 16, and half of them should be playing under 17. So I took a risk. Some of them didn't like it at the beginning. As a matter of fact, at the beginning, we didn't even win any games. You know, all the practice games we would lose or we tie or whatever, and these guys would come out more upset than happy. But we stuck to it. The majority of them worked hard. I'm not going to say all of them worked hard, but this is the hardest age group because these are already, you know, like I said, they're under 17. They're at that age where we have to be careful what we do with them, and they want to be out partying. They want to be out on the streets. But we turn everything around. The majority of the teams, they didn't like it because we beat them. They make fun of us, especially from where we come from. But I think we showed them, we outclassed them, put it that way. We showed them how we can play, how we can stay, you know, cool. We can handle everything that they say. And we came out probably with the best record out of all of them. And like I said, this is the hardest age group. At the same time, I want to be able to present, this is one of the jerseys that we have. And as to represent for the city council as a whole, it's our white jersey in order so they could keep, and hopefully, well, later on we could get a nice case so we could put it in, and we'll be able to get some sort of recognition that was the first year that we eventually, you know, we got, you know, first place, that we really felt it, because we've gotten first place on the other league, but this time it was a much competitive league, and it's number 35, and I think we did that for a purpose because it has, you know, 35 years from the city, and we want to make sure that we pick that number. Let me name all the guys. Eddie Villa is the guy at the end. Ricardo Macias, Richie, Martin Jimenez, Omar Ortiz, Cruz Aviles, Peter Martinez, Carlos Coronado, Rodrigo Robledo, Michael Lopez, Jesus Raya, way back here, Carlos Molina, Arturo Mendoza, Gabriel Mendoza, Efraín Rodriguez, and our captain was Eladio Rodriguez. So I just want to end by saying, you know, hopefully if you guys do see some of these guys wearing these shirts, that's what it is. It's not, this team almost looks like a professional team, but it's not. It's our city. It's our city, and if you guys see, and even on our emblem it says HG, and we put that on purpose. I know some of the homies like it because it says HG on there, but like we tell them, yeah, because we want to make sure we know what we represent and where we're coming from, but we want to be able to show it in a positive way, and that's what we're doing. And our socks, our shorts, everything has that. And we want to make sure, I'm pretty sure that Pop Warner does the same thing and the Little League does the same thing. So on that, now that our president's here, maybe he could finish up whatever I didn't do. So I want to thank, this is the oldest team that we have.
Thank you. Probably everything has been said, okay, about the players, okay, all our team members, okay. I just wanna make sure that I say something here, and that's this year we have had a lot more support from our council here, okay, and I expect to keep having that out from them. Thanks to you guys. And something special, there's probably nothing we can do better for our coaches here, Jesse, Senor Escorcia, all our coaches, most of them are not here right now, but the ones that made this possible to have these teams come up to the first places this year, thanks to them. This seems to be very, very simple to do, but without their dedication, every day, every time they train, and every weekend, instead of dedicate that to their families, they're here helping these guys out. So again, thanks to them. It's something very simple, like I said, but they're the ones that really made this possible with the support of this council too. And thanks to Irving Montenegro also, that has been really a lot of support from for us all these years. Not only this year, but every year he has given us all the support that we need. Thanks to Irving Montenegro and our coaches here. Thanks to them. Thank you very much.
Since this will probably be the last time before I turn it over to the mayor, just want to make sure on a special note, because somebody that really helped us a lot and is not with us anymore, Mr. Bob Canada, just thank you.
Just imagine 2 first-place teams, and the girls come in second. This is really great. And we do have certificates for all of the children. I just hope we have trophies. I don't know whether we do or not. Do we? Yeah. If we don't, we sure should. Would you like to?
I would also like to recognize the team. And on behalf of the mayor and the city council, I'd like to thank the boys and the girls that volunteered during our Christmas party, the Halloween party, and the lighting of the tree ceremony. With your help, you made our Christmas party and the Halloween party a success, and I thank you very much.
Just a quick note. I used to be a staff member here at the City of Hawaiian Gardens. I started here as a rec director, and when Jesse and I talked about doing soccer way back when, and I guess in '88, '89, we pushed the program way back then, and it is really something to see that it's progressed to this point. It is something that I've always supported. I'll continue to support. You'll always have my support. Soccer is very important to this city and to our kids, and I think you'll always get council support for your program, and you don't ever have to worry about it here. Okay? Thank you very much.
Once again, I want to congratulate the first and second place winners. I think you all deserve first place. As Jesus was mentioning earlier, sometimes they look at Hawaiian Gardens and no big thing, but it's the spirit of the kids that says, you know what, it doesn't matter where you come from or what status you have, economic or educational. It's what you have in your heart and says, I'm going to give it my all and give you the results, and it can show that here. So thank you guys, really, from the bottom of my heart. especialmente a los padres de familia, to the parents, you are the ones that keep pushing your children to succeed, not only in school, but in sports, because it's something that they need both. Thank you to you guys when you come in here, support them. That's what really makes them feel special. Thank you. Gracias por estar aquí, padres.
I also wish to congratulate each and every one of you young children, and I'd like to praise the parents for supporting your sons and daughters, and the volunteers, like he was mentioned, Jesus, Ernesto, and a lot of them, I don't know, but it doesn't matter if a city has a lot of money or not, but if you don't have volunteers, somebody to back up the kids, there won't be nothing. So you guys deserve a lot of praise. And again, congratulations and keep up the good work.
And just to end, I want to make sure that we invite the council. We're going to have our banquet, and we're going to have a banquet over there at the C. Robert Lee at the Recreation Center. So you guys are more than welcome. Mr. Lopez, I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to. You guys could go too. Everybody has a chance to go over there, and we're going to be over there. I want to thank everybody.
Now we'll have oral communications items on the agenda. 3 minutes per speaker. Anyone? If not, okay, Kathy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Is this speaker on?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay. Kathleen Nevejas, 12327 East 223rd Street. You know, I had a very interesting day today, and I think you as a council and as a city should be very, very concerned what we saw today. We understand that the casino is going forward and the big development. There's going to be a volcano and all these wonderful $4 million project that's going forward. But the compassion and the concern for people is really lost in this community. First of all those construction people working, see one local resident out there doing any of the work. Second of all, I just wonder how many of those applications really are going to get given to people and jobs are going to be for local people like was promised. Third of all, every single one of you have gone to Bartha's Donuts year after year after year. We had the opportunity to take pictures of him being thrown out in the streets with no compassion, no relocation benefits, his donuts sitting in the window as they're boarding it up, no civil rights, except that the Irving Moskowitz Foundation is moving forward and developing the city for jobs and services and all this money the city is going to get. Well, when you folks drive by there tomorrow, I hope you go home and you really think about everything that you've done to this community. Because that poor man and 6 members of his family are out there in the streets with no relocation money, no jobs, no understanding of what happened to him, how it happened to him. They're immigrants from Vietnam, and I think it's appalling that you supported an attorney, Burl Weiner, to find a loophole to screw him out of any relocation benefits. Now, if you can justify that, you can go home with a clear conscience, and you can accept that as acceptable, fine, go ahead. But you know what? There are good people in this city, and there's a lot of people who do care. And you know, there's an old saying, you can win the battle, but lose the war. The other very interesting thing is that I understand, Leonard, you got a very big settlement agreement with the city. You made sure you took care of yourself. You got yourself elected, got a big cash settlement. But what about the citizens of this city? What about that poor man that tomorrow morning doesn't have a job to go to, doesn't know where his next paycheck is going to come from? And you guys walk away because this is the greatest thing that ever happened to the city of Hawaiian Gardens. You know, it's not about right and wrong anymore. It's about moral compassion and understanding. I hope one of you here will do something. I don't know which one of you have a conscience, but I hope one of you will trace that man down, find out how he can get help, if there's something that can be done to assist him. Because I saw sheriffs, I saw bingo people, security people who were supposed to be playing bingo, throwing a guy out in the streets. And I saw the sheriff, in actuality, trying to protect the guy's rights, but he didn't have much of a chance. Burl Weiner, this eloquent attorney, doing his stuff like he does. Well, I'm sure it is, Madam Mayor.
Yeah, sure it is too.
Yeah. Do you have anything to explain about this?
No.
Excuse me. Mayor and Council, it would be recommended at this time that due to the fact that we don't know what the outcome is going to be or what avenues will pursue in the best interest of the city and residents, it would be best not to expound on it.
Right? Okay.
Well, I hope this is on cable TV, because I'm sure there's a lot of residents here that are very dissatisfied and that are going to do something about what's going on here, because they're not getting jobs, they're not getting services, and they're not getting programs. So we're not going away.
Well, you're
We're
in a
not going to
different
finish
city
up.
than we are, Kathy, because there is people that are hired from our city.
How many?
I have no idea how many, but I've been over there, and there's a lot of residents that are working.
Where are they? How many?
Not the construction out there. you
What
know,
are they
but
doing?
Inside waitressing and with the food. Yeah, well, somebody has to do it. If you want a job bad enough, you will clean toilets.
No, you wouldn't do it, Mary.
Mary has a very good job, Leonard. You know what? You don't have a job, Leonard. Maybe you ought to get in the employment line. You got a big settlement, honey. So you took care of yourself first. But the city of Hawaiian Gardens,
Took care of
these
myself when I
citizens
was
are going to wake up. So
Kathy,
remember, you can wait.
There's no
I'm
big talk
sure you
about all
want
of
me
this.
out. Miss, I know you're well taken care of too. But you know what? Think about that poor donut guy, okay? I think that's appalling.
I'm well taken care of.
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh, yeah, well, you really know more than I know, kid.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure
got
I do.
$30,000 a month from Dr.
least you got a
Moskowitz through your
husband. Yeah,
nonprofit
Leonard.
corporation. You were
You
pretty
know
well
what,
taken
Leonard?
care of too. So.
You work for that corporation, Leonard. All those paychecks are in your name, aren't they?
Kathy, enough.
Well, oh, enough, right?
Yes, enough's enough.
Why? Don't you want to hear the truth, Madam
I
Mayor?
know the truth,
Well, so what are you
Kathy.
gonna do?
It's you that don't know the truth.
Oh, yeah, the truth is nobody
Yeah,
has jobs,
we
nobody
know
has
the
services,
truth.
and that poor guy's in the streets.
Been in the light.
6 months.
Excuse me, I'm going to say something. Now, Johnny don't speak up, but this time I'm going to speak up. I love that. 12518 East 221st Street, Hawaiian Gardens. Now, there's about 85 people working from the city of Hawaiian Gardens. Now, the people behind me ought to just listen for a change, open up their yaps. Now, those people are going to be moved. The donut shop knows it's going to be moved. It's closed on already. They are going to get to whatever they're going to, and they are going to be moving somewhere else. That is the word I found out today. Now, if those people in the back can sit down and keep their, on their what's sitting down, you know, I'm getting tired of hearing their mouth. I get pissed off because I say no truth. But these people are working. They're out there. They're getting working jobs. They know what they want. They went up there. If these people don't want to go out and work, that's their problem. But by God, if these two, if they open their mouths, get up and go over there and see and find out who was working, they'd understand. But they don't understand Jack Dilly. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Where's the... Where's the dentist?
Good job, Bob. Bugs you, huh? Bugs you.
No public hearings at this time. We'll close the... They have done things not on the agenda, right? Anyone want to speak things not on the agenda? We just had that, really. Okay, ordinances.
Mary Corrales, 12231 216th Street. And I'd just like to let you know that last week, my son was driving my car with his 2 children in it going to the dairy. He was stopped with 1 officer. That officer called 3 more officers. I had Ernie's radio in the trunk because his car was totaled. And they tore the car completely apart, made a bunch of nasty remarks, not because they had been stopped, but because of his mother. They were going to do this after having 4 officers there for an hour where they could have been doing something else. They gave them a ticket for not having one of the children in a seatbelt. Guns, told them, you move and we're going to blow your head off. Second time in 6 months that they're going to blow one of the kids away if they move. One time because Anthony didn't want to do nothing. And this one didn't want me to say nothing. I've had calls into the captain. I'm supposed to be meeting with him as soon as I can get him to tell me when. I remember before you said you had complaints here. Well, I have a hard time getting one from the sheriffs. Do you still have them here?
I'm sorry, what was the question? The last question?
Police complaints?
You mean the forms?
At one point,
The forms?
the
Yes,
forms.
ma'am.
At one point, they said they
Yes,
have
ma'am.
it there, and I'm still waiting for the one in March. One of the officers told my son there that they were going to take my car in because I was making a lot of trouble for him when he hurt my son and Ernie, and they had to send him to the hospital. I have a $300 bill, and they're going to have to pay for that because I didn't hurt Ernie. I didn't take him to the hospital. So now they're going to have to pay for that because they're the ones who did it, and they're responsible for him as soon as they arrested him. I'm not paying for it. So then if that would be all right with you, I'll come in the next couple of days and pick one up.
Yes, ma'am, please.
I just want to let you know that a lot of people are afraid to come over and tell anything, but if they're telling a lot of people if they move, they're going to blow their brains out. The 2 children was right there crying. He's trying to calm them down, and for that, he's going to get his head blown off, all right?
Thank you, Mary. Anyone else? If not, we'll go to ordinances. Ordinance number 454. This is the second reading relating to recycling activities pertaining to construction and demolition projects. Tony?
Yes. Mayor and Council, what's being presented to you, as it's stated for second reading, is the adoption. And this has to do with as you fully aware, back in 1989, the state legislators adopted what's known as Assembly Bill 939, which is the California Waste Management Act. Basically, it called for a stronger commitment to recycling in order to reduce how much is going into the landfills. Our purpose this evening in presenting this ordinance to you, and a recommendation to approve Ordinance 454, is to help us once again to take further steps in order to establish a significant recycling program, but this time it pertains to the construction and demolition of projects. Therefore, once again, in fulfilling of AB 939.
I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance 454, or do we have to
Wait for the reading in
wait
advance.
for the reading?
You have to do it by, I think you have to do it.
This is
Right. You have to read by title, right? Yeah.
All right.
So you'd say, just read the ordinance 454, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Hawaiian Gardens approving an amendment to the Hawaiian Gardens Municipal Code by establishing and adding Title VI, Chapter 6.14, relating to the reduction, recycling, reuse, and salvaging of solid waste generated from construction and demolition projects. And I guess,
okay. That was a motion.
Okay.
That was a motion. And then second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Do we need a roll call vote, Tony?
It would be best.
Okay.
okay.
Councilmember Prida?
Yes.
Councilmember Alvarez?
Yes.
Councilmember Cabrera?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Chivas?
Yes.
Mayor Schultz?
Yes. We have no resolutions, and we don't have a consent calendar or discussion items, so oral staff reports.
Yes, Mayor and Council. One of the things that also needs to be recognized is the members of the soccer team did a project this past weekend or last weekend of significant importance to the city, to the residents especially. As you know, we're preparing for the New Year's Eve, the Y2K issue and so forth. And so what they did is that every resident, they went door to door and left not only a letter but also a literature pertaining to the upcoming preparation that the city's doing. We've notified everyone, both in English and in Spanish, as to the hours that City Hall will be open on New Year's Eve from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. Also, we left a number of numbers because we've added additional telephone lines. We've also included our email addresses for individuals who have email or internet service at their homes. But also, I need to make you all aware that when the letter went out or the memo went out to all the residents, it made reference to specific names. The reason why specific names were made reference to was because these are the ones at this time with the email that we know that will be working here between 8 and 1. But I can assure you, as far as staff is concerned, we have a number of volunteers. Our public works crew will be available should something happen. Our staff has been preparing significantly in regards to address any potential. We're not saying that there will be. It's just a matter of, as a Boy Scout or member, be prepared.
That's right.
And so we have communicated with a number of public safety agencies, and we're ready, and we invite the public in regards to, we'll have plenty of coffee and a few snacks here if people want to come, but the main objective is to address any concerns that people might have, our residents and our business people. And I want to thank the mayor and the council for supporting us in this type of action that we're doing in order to serve our community. And once again, our staff has gone above and beyond, and they've done a great job.
Now, we'll probably have the deputies here and.
Yes, ma'am. The deputies will be here, as the captain presented at one of our meetings. There'll be full staff, and also we'll even have an additional car.
Mm-hmm. So if the lights go out, we'll know why, right?
Oh, we won't know
why.
We'll be there in case.
I remember what the captain said.
Oh, yes.
Oral council reports. Anyone have anything?
Well, just one thing that they had an event at Christmas, gifts for the children that Urban put out. I mean, I know probably jumping on, he probably give a report, but I thought it was an excellent thing. I just want to commend Urban and the staff and thank the people that donated the toys for those children. They were all pleased, and
I heard that the toys that came from Gum's Antique Place was really nice.
Well, it was
Skateboards
all of them. It was really a nice event, and I was happy to have participated in
all
that.
the dealers.
It was good. So, you know,
I'm sorry I
thank
didn't
you.
make it, but I've been coughing all
We
over
partied
everyone
for you.
else.
We ate all your cake and all the candies and got all the gifts that you were supposed to get. So.
And then you have to remember
You got my present from Santa, right?
the members of the soccer team that volunteered their time to help this event to be a success. Not only did they volunteer for the Christmas party, we also had members from the soccer team that helped during the Halloween program that we have for the children and the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. They were also there working,
Yeah, we
helping
have the
clean
programs
up the
back
place.
in October.
After everything was over, they worked helping clean up the place, sweep, pick up papers, and all the trash was thrown around.
You know, one more. Also the Artesia High School dance team. You know, thank them because I know a lot of those girls are here from the city, and they always participate. They're part of our events, and they do that voluntarily. So thank them. You know, Urban, on our behalf as well.
Did anyone find out how the tournaments turned out? You know, they were practicing down here.
I don't know how they turned out.
Yeah.
Just, everyone be very careful this new year. It's best to stay home and be safe.
Okay.
And don't go overboard on this special day. Just to wait till
Anyone else? Leonard?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, we'll adjourn the regular council meeting and the redevelopment meeting to January the 11th, 2000 at 5:30. And we'll open up the Public Housing Authority special meeting, roll call vote.
Director Pita,
Here.
Director Alvarez,
Here.
Director Cabrera,
Here.
Vice Chair Member Childers,
Here.
Chairmember Schultz.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Oral communications, items on the agenda, items not on the agenda, and discussion items. We have one item, approval, PHA resolution number 1299, approving pre-issued warrants and regular payrolls for a total of $52,403.14. All those in favor?
Aye.
Second?
Roll call vote.
Director Pita,
Yes.
Director Alvarez,
Yes.
Director Cabrera,
Yes.
Vice Chair Member Childers,
Yes.
Chairmember Schultz.
Yes. Staff reports? Oral board reports? Anything on housing? Apparently Joan was been taken care of because I received no more calls from her. How about you, Petra?
I haven't got any more calls.
So I think she must be okay. Her friends kicked in and helped her out. I hope she's in reasonable.
I think she was. They
That's what she wanted.
extended the time for a month.
Oh,
So
really?
the
So
judge
she
gave her,
still-
yes, gave her a month to be
Oh, yeah.
able to
I'll adjourn the meeting
fight.
to
January 11th.
Next year.
January the 11th. Same time. Nope, they extended her time there, Petra?
Yes.
Oh,